All three of these phones produced clear, crisp images in this particular shot. From the get-go, the iPhone 7 Plus offers more realistic colors, the Pixel XL offers a little more saturation, giving it that quote-unquote pop, and the OnePlus 3T fits somewhere in the middle. At 100% crop, you can see that the Pixel XL has brighter whites and reds, and it's important to note that pigeons seem to prefer the Pixel XL and the OnePlus 3T.
Got him!
Before I continue, let me point out that for this photo test, all three phones were set on a tripod and on a timer to eliminate any possible human error due to camera shake. On top of that, all phones were set on auto for HDR, the iPhone 7 Plus is running iOS 10.2.1, the Pixel XL is running 7.1.1, and so is the OnePlus 3T. Recently updated with camera enhancements such as improved picture taking of moving objects with blur reduction and improved video stability when recording. Let's move on. Again, in this second set of shots, all three phones produce a great picture overall. The 7 Plus sticks to a more realistic color palette, the Pixel XL has a cooler tone with deeper blues and brighter whites, and the OnePlus 3T has a good mix of both. So far, I wouldn't say one is necessarily better than the other, but more so that it comes down to personal preference. In the first two shots, I actually preferred the Pixel XL and OnePlus 3T's more vivid color palette, but in this third set of shots, I feel like that saturation kind of washes out the details in this mural. If you look at the little intricacies of the mural with the iPhone 7 Plus, it looks a lot more detailed when compared to the OnePlus 3T, and even more so when compared to the Pixel XL. Not to say all three don't produce a great image, but if I had to pick one, I'd really prefer the realism the 7 Plus portrays here. For the next few shots, I'm gonna go radio silent since most of what I said earlier applies to the rest of these daytime photos. I will chime in, however, if I do notice something that I need to point out. In this set of shots at Logan Theater, the Pixel XL was the only one to produce a halo type effect when it comes to sunlight.
Here we go.
Do it, yes.
Hey Terry, I did my first desk pop.
When it comes to indoor shooting, lighting plays a key role. In this shot, the first thing that pops out to me is that the Pixel XL produces a really yellowish tint. It's not particularly bad or anything, just leans on the warmer side. The OnePlus 3T captures the image on the darker side, and the 7 Plus seems the most balanced overall. That quote-unquote yellowish tint has its upsides, however. In this set of shots, the Pixel XL shows off the beige-ish colored 3-flat in the foreground really well, and the sunset in the back looks amazing. This is my favorite of the three. All three of these phones handle this dusk shot differently. Again, the iPhone 7 Plus looks pretty true to color, the Pixel XL finds itself in its yellowish hue, and the OnePlus 3T has a really strong showing of blue in the sky. And again, I wouldn't say one's better than the other, this may be more of a preference thing here. Two things. The halo effect comes back again for the Pixel XL, except this time at night. You can see a streak of light down towards the center and a ring of light on the right hand corner. In this set of shots, the OnePlus 3T seems to have the grainiest of pictures, just it's not as clear as the other two, but I wasn't too particularly impressed with any of the three. If it wasn't for the halo effect in the Pixel XL, that one would have probably been my favorite. The ring of light is here yet again for the Pixel XL. Take a look at the bottom right towards the recycling bin. The OnePlus 3T has an almost identical shot as the Pixel XL without the halo effect. All three phones are capable of taking a decent night shot even with less than optimal lighting. Halo effects aside, the Pixel XL is capable of some great shots. The blue lights are true to its color on the waxing sign, the neon lights are bold, and there's just a clarity to the picture that's eye-appealing. Make no mistake, the OnePlus 3T also carries many similarities. It's a really close second. The iPhone 7 Plus lags a bit here with some off-color and a general haze to the shot overall. All video was shot in 1080p at 30 frames per second. It's worth mentioning that all three phones are capable of recording in 4K, but that's not the case for this video today. If that's something that tickles my fancy in the future,
Are you fancy, huh?
Yeah.
I'll look into it. On a tripod, standing still, during the day, all three phones perform well when recording video. Let's take a look at how well it performs at night using the same controls. And even at night or in darker conditions, all three phones still perform rather well, but just at varying degrees. The Pixel XL pretty much brightens up the darkest of scenes, while the OnePlus 3T struggles the most in minimal lighting conditions. Now, this doesn't mean it can't perform, because obviously it can, but when compared to the iPhone 7 Plus and the Pixel XL, I've noticed the OnePlus 3T at night will occasionally go out of focus, output darker scenes, and out of all three will offer the most noise in a video. Let's move on to stabilization. I don't really have much to say here, the video does all the talking, but for clarification's sake, the iPhone 7 Plus already shows off its stabilization prowess. Yes, video stabilization is enabled on the Pixel XL. I found that if you're not comparing two different phones at the same time, it's not something you typically notice, but when you pit them up side to side, well, this is the result. The Pixel XL still retains that robotic type movement when you pan the camera up and down or left and right. The 7 Plus offers a much smoother, realistic movement that is a lot more pleasing to the eye. When you put the OnePlus 3T up against the iPhone 7 Plus, you don't get that robotic movement the Pixel XL exhibits. Fortunately, you do get a more realistic motion in this case. However, the OnePlus 3T still produces a jello effect. What I mean is you get a lot of shakiness, a lot of stuttering that is otherwise absent on the iPhone 7 Plus. The camera is truly a tough topic to cover because it encompasses so many aspects. Photo, video stabilization, outdoor and indoor shots, low light performance, and a plethora of topics I didn't cover. 4K, slow motion, zoom, flash, the list goes on and on. But let me put it in the best way that I can. All three phones offer great rear cameras. The iPhone 7 Plus even has an additional telephoto lens that provides an optical 2x zoom and 10x in digital for closer shots. My results with the 7 Plus often yields more realistic colors, but some might find that a little dull, a little drab. That's something I'm sure a little post-processing could fix if that's what you're into, but if you don't want to get into that, the Pixel XL and OnePlus 3T provide more vivid colors in its shots. At night, the Pixel XL may produce a halo effect, so be sure to keep that in mind if you do a lot of night shooting. The OnePlus 3T can sometimes be difficult in very low light conditions, but can still hold its own. As far as video is concerned, all three provide great output on a tripod or if you have a steady hand and don't intend to move a lot. However, if you need a camera that can produce video while moving around, while walking around, action shots even, I'd recommend the iPhone 7 Plus. If price is more of a concern, then the OnePlus 3T will offer you a great camera at almost half the cost of the iPhone 7 Plus and the Pixel XL. Again, my results, my opinions, your money. Your mileage may vary. I'm just here to give these.
These nuts? Got him!